Good morning, fifth graders. So I want to start this lesson by going over a few of the Google form questions from yesterday. One of the questions that caused some issues was this question about quarts and pints. It says use the rules, add 4 for quarts, add 8 for pints, and you were basically just skip counting, okay? But the question that kind of confused some people was Patrick has a 12-gallon fish tank at home, okay? We're only given 6 gallons. We want to know how many quarts will be in 12 gallons. Well, we did start at 0 and we skip counted, okay? So if 6 gallons is half of 12, okay, 24 gallons is half of what will be in 12 gallons. So if we double 6 to get 12, we can double 24 to get how many quarts are in 12 gallons. So 24 plus 24, or 24 times 2, is 48 quarts. All right? So another one that I did want to go over as well was this problem about Mike and Sarah packing boxes. Mike packs 30 boxes each hour. Sarah packs 15 boxes each hour. Okay? A lot of people, when it said which statement is true, a lot of people picked this first one, that Mike has always packed a total of 15 more boxes than Sarah. Well, let's check it out. So Mike packs 30 boxes an hour, Sarah packs 15. Based on hour 1, it does look like this statement is true. But remember, it has to be true for every single step. So let's see. 30 boxes 1 hour, 30 boxes in the second hour is 60. In the third hour is 90, 120, 150. 15, another 15 is 30, 45, 60, 75. So if we look at this problem, yes, hour 1, he packs 15 boxes, but not always, because hour 2, does he pack 15 more boxes than Sarah? No. Hour 3? Nope. Hour 4 or hour 5. So that is not true. The statement that does match, though, all of these numbers are double these. 30 is double 15. 60 is double 30. So Mike has always packed twice as many boxes as Sarah. That does work. Same thing with here. They're always double. And in reverse, Sarah has always packed 1/2 as many as Mike. This is half of 60, this is half of 30, this is half of 120, and so on. So those are the 2 Google form questions that I did want to go over. So we're going to continue following patterns in tables. Okay, but we're also going to be graphing the information that we get. If you notice, I put an X above this column and a Y above Scott's column. Okay, that's because we use these as markers. That first column stands for the X-axis, second column stands for the Y-axis, and we'll use that information to help us graph and find an ordered pair. Okay, so the pattern we're given is Megan catches 3 fish in the first hour. Okay, so she catches 3 fish in the first hour and then 4 fish each hour after that. Scott catches 5 fish in the first hour. All right, and then 4 fish each after that as well. So what I want you to do, I'm on page 827. What I want you guys to do is to complete this table on your own. 3 fish, add 4 after that each time. 5 fish, add 4 after that each time, and see what you get. Okay, so if we continue this pattern, we end up getting, okay, these numbers. Okay, and now 3, 7, 11, 15. So after 4 hours, Megan's caught 15 fish. After 4 hours, Scott's caught 17 fish. And what we can do from these numbers, you kind of already see, I made this an ordered pair. We're given an X, we're given a Y. We can graph it, and it becomes 3, 5. 7, 9 becomes the ordered pair, 7, 9. 11, 13 becomes the ordered pair 11, 13. 15, 17 becomes the ordered pair 15, 17. And then on a coordinate grid, you can just graph those points. Over 3, up 5, over 7, up 9, and so on. And you create a graph from this table. All right? Now, each of these points represents something, though. The ordered pair 15, 17 doesn't just stand for 15 and 17. The 15 stands for Megan. The 17 stands for Scott. So hour 4, Megan caught 15 fish. Scott caught 17 fish. What would the ordered pair 7, 9 stand for? Hour 2, Megan caught 7 fish. Scott caught 9 fish. Okay, now it says, what relationship do you notice between the total number of fish each has caught after each hour? Well, the first hour, Scott caught how many more fish than Megan? 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. The second hour, Scott also caught 2 more than Megan, and it continues. Why does Scott always catch the same number of fish more than Megan? Well, if you notice, they're always adding 4. That's why it's always the same difference no matter what, because they're adding the same amount. Okay, that's a really important key when you're doing this. If you're not, let's say if Scott was adding 5 each time and Megan was adding 2 each time, okay, there would not be the same difference between the number of fish they caught. But since they're constantly every hour after 3 and 5 catching 4 fish each hour each, they're always going to have the same amount of fish difference that they caught. So just like earlier when I was mentioning in a vertical table, how when you fill out this table and follow a pattern, this first column is always the X and the second column is always the Y. Same thing applies when you see a horizontal table. First row is the X, second row is the Y-axis. So just keep that in mind for what we're going to be doing now, okay? So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be coming up with a rule, okay? And then we're going to complete these tables, and then we're going to graph it. All right, so let's look at this problem. I'm on page 833 right now in your workbook. I would suggest turning to that page and following along. It will make a lot more sense. Okay, it says O'Brien's Landscaping pays employees $15 plus $12 for each additional lawn. Carter's pays $25 plus $10 each additional lawn. Which company pays more? So my question is to you guys, what do you think? Do you think O'Brien's pays more or Carter pays their employees more? And that's what we're going to figure out. Okay, so the rule for O'Brien's, we write the rule basically saying what are we starting at, and then what are we adding each time after that. So for O'Brien's, we start at what? 15, and then we add 12. So our rule for O'Brien's is just like that. Start at 15, then add 12. Our rule for Carter's, we start at 25, and then we add $10 per lawn. So our rule is we start at 25, then add 10. As simple as that, okay? So what I want you guys to do right now, in that top row in both of these tables, just write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That just stands for the number of lawns. That's pretty constant. It doesn't change, okay? And then what I want you to do, I want you to complete both of these tables. O'Brien starts at 15, then add 12 each time after that. Carter starts at 25, then add 10 each time after that. And see what you get after 6 lawns. Another 75, ooh, they are tied at lawn 5. 75 plus another is 85. Ooh, so after 6 lawns, which employee makes more money? O'Brien's employee. So the more lawns you do at O'Brien's, you actually make the more money. more money than you do at Carter's. Okay, it just takes a little bit longer to get there. Now that we have these graphed, we have X's and we have Y's for each of these, and we can graph each of these ordered pairs. So I'm gonna start with O'Brien's. All right, and I'm gonna suggest you guys do this with me as I'm doing it, all right? So, number of lawns, number of pay. The first ordered pair is 127. It looks like this, 127. So we start the origin, go over 1, and then if you look, these are not counting by 1s or 5s even. They're counting by 10s because these are pretty big numbers, and our graph would be really tall if we counted by 1s. So just try to be as accurate as you can. So you go over 1, up 27. Well, this is 20, this is 30, so I'm gonna say 27's a little under 30 like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. The next one is 239. It looks like this, 239. Start the origin, go over 2, up 39. Again, 30's here, 40's here. I'm gonna say probably right under 40. If you look, this is creating a straight line. So we can even continue this because I know I'm following the same pattern throughout. The only thing that's different is this gap right here. That is not a straight line because we jumped from 15 and then we only added 12. But all of this we followed adding 12 the whole entire time, so it should be a straight line. So that's O'Brien's. Let's look at Carter's. They start at 25, okay? 135 is their first ordered pair, so it looks like 135 over 1, up 35, a little above the first one. And it ends up looking like that if you extend the lines, okay? As the more lawns that O'Brien's company landscapes, the more money they make over Carter's. All right, so basically recapping, all we did, okay, we followed a pattern just like we've been doing. We came up with a rule. The rule was given to us. We just wrote it out in word form. Start at 15, add 12. Start at 25, add 10, okay? Then we made our table. From that table, we're given X's and Y's. Whatever is first is always the X, Y is always second. And then from that, all we did, we got ordered pairs, 127, 239, and we graphed those ordered pairs. All right, that's all we were doing. And if I were to ask you, what does the ordered pair, let's say, for this one, let's point to that. What does the ordered pair 465 stand for? If you were just given that ordered pair 465, well, the 4 stands for 4 lawns. The 65 stands for $65. So 465, if you landscape 4 lawns, you make $65. And same thing can go for any of these ordered pairs.